Coming up on the CodeBet Daily EPL show, can Chelsea finally crack a win? Stats guy.
I think we can against a newly promoted team. I'm going to look at Villa head-to-head as well, and the doctor of dribbling, Matoma, to score.
That's a new nickname. Look out for that.
Love
Marcus, you're pretty keen this weekend?
Well, it depends how you mean.
Great chat. Anyway, it's the CodeBet Daily EPL show. It's coming your way right now. Welcome to the CodeBet Daily EPL show for match week number 3. I'm your host, Alex Donnelly. I am joined once again by two blokes who can't buy a win despite their club trying it so hard. I'm joined by the stats guy, Liam McAllion.
Oh, I've got my blue scarf on still. It's only 2 games in, so I haven't lost all hope, but that wasn't great on Monday night, but that's okay.
No,
it's all good.
I think I read a stat like Enzo Fernandez has had the same amount of wins as Kai Havertz has at Arsenal already.
Wow.
That sounds about right.
Well, it probably does.
Mudryk has changed shirt numbers more times than he has scored.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And I'm joined by Marcus from odds.com.au, who is also a Chelsea fan, but he's clearly changing allegiances in some red and white.
Yeah, following League 2 now, Swindon Town.
They retired Ben Foster this week, so the cycling GK can suck it because the CodeBet Daily is much better than that. Of course, the stats guy and I write for a great website called CodeBet. You should go check that out at codebet.com.au. There is a bunch of awesome stuff going up there at the moment. The final round of footy, stats guy's doing a bunch of stuff with the EPL. He's done a bunch of stuff
Brownlow.
with basketball, Jim Brownlow. No common medal because Charlie Kerno is going to win it. He's $1.01, so thanks, Scoop. And then all the games in the AFL plus some EPL stuff. And
Absolutely.
yeah, go check out the website. It rules. So before we get to anything here, which is the player props, game picks, best bets, for every single game, we go through 3 games. We do 1 game each and then rattle through the remaining 7. First of all, we need to hit.
These guys are way too long.
7 seconds.
That's cash.
And he did. Stats guys,
Was that my
multi
multi?
got up
I can't
last
remember.
week.
I was on it.
$9.27 for status guy.
I've got the proof in my bank account.
Notts Forest, Brighton won, Aston Villa, Man City, 4-leg multi at $9.27. We give
Happy
a
with
clap
that.
around for
Yes.
Stats
There you
guy.
go.
Well done. Hold on.
Let's go.
We've
I
got
love
another
that
one
sound,
here.
by the way.
Yeah,
it's
that
good.
one.
It's good.
Woo, Stats guy. Yeah.
Come on. That's why I purposely left out Chelsea in that. I was like, I don't trust us. So
Could have put Arsenal in at $1.50 as well.
Both have won this season so far.
Yeah,
so.
we've started off well. It's been a good little start. I've actually got one that I've put on. Well, I'll bring up later as well as you've got one. But quick recap of last week's results. The stats guy and I broke out with 7 each. Marcus on 5, dropping back to the pack quickly.
That's all right.
Which brings us to the season results so far, which, in fairness, after 2 weeks, are not terrible.
No,
That's pretty good, actually.
Marcus on 11, myself on 13, and the status guy on 14.
I'm picking draws. That's what's ruining me.
Yeah, you love a good
I
draw.
picked
Yeah.
I love a draw.
Like, if I didn't pick Newcastle, I was just like,
You
that would've been a good
both
week.
picked Newcastle last
he
week.
picked a draw.
Got to go Man City home.
Yeah, there was the odds allowed it to, and then just watching it, Newcastle just couldn't break through, which was they just couldn't break down that defensive wall. But what are the key takeaways from last week? Brighton absolutely rule. They are so good. Like, no Saicedo, no dramas.
Yeah.
They look fantastic. I'm worried for you blokes.
Oh, I wonder who wrote that part on the.
Well, no, I mean, come on, you got smoked 3-1.
I wouldn't say smoked though. I think we played pretty well. We
Just
probably
didn't take care of the
deserve to
chances.
lose, but
A few dumb things happened. I'm not worried too much yet. Yeah.
I'm worried for United though.
Yeah. I'm a little bit worried
that's
for
who I'm
United.
worried
Yeah.
for,
They look a bit lost in
don't
attack.
know what's going on, and then you'd be cheering because Mason Mount got injured. So
they look absolutely baffled, United, honestly.
I don't know what's going on there. It was weird, but shout out to Ange getting his first win of the
first Aussie
EPL
win
season.
ever.
Yeah, and also that leads us to the rules. No mentioning of Ange ball. I'm sick of it.
I was going to mention it before you said that. But
No, Marcus gets to punch you in the arm as hard as he can, which is great. And then, of course, the no tipping of Erling Haaland anytime because, well, you don't need us to do it. And he didn't score on the weekend.
No,
so
that's why we didn't tip him.
Yeah, there we go.
He's washed.
Jesus. Right.
One season wonder.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, right. Okay.
Goes on to
all
score 40 goals in the
Enough bull dusting. Let's get into the games. The first game that we're going to talk about, shockingly, I'm not talking about this one, as my beloved Arsenal at $1.22 host Fulham at $14. The draw is $7. This is Sunday at midnight, so Saturday night, 11:59 p.m. basically. What is it? Fulham had just sold Mitrovic for $50 million. Marcus, this is you. Go.
Yeah. Well, I think Arsenal got off to a good start. 2 wins. They're one of only a few clubs to do that, but they haven't been...
Scrappy wins are very important.
Yeah, that's what I've written down here. They're very crucial. Like, It's a sign of a good team. I've always said it's a sign of a good team to win but not play well.
Arsenal of 2021, 2022 would have lost on
You can say
Tuesday.
that in almost every sport.
But
If you're getting over the line, at least you're getting the win.
That win yesterday morning, Arsenal would have lost, not last season, but the season before when they went down to 10 men, and then Arteta's just like, we're parking the bus, boys.
Yeah, well, that was a bit of a joke of a fixture, that the one just gone against Palace. Eddie Nketiah missed 2 big golden opportunities that
I think
probably
the little one that he dinked over, I'm more forgiving of than the one that he hit. It was
the right thing.
Yeah,
he just didn't implement
finish,
it. But as they should have been awarded a penalty in that second half as well, I reckon. But in all fairness, Tomiyasu got sent off for 2 yellow cards.
Literally,
Was an
touching
absolute
someone's back.
Disgrace.
That was pretty
how
bad.
Ayew didn't get sent off for ripping the shirt of Saka on a yellow 5 minutes later.
That was horrible.
Yeah. But for Fulham, on the other hand, they lost 3-0 to Bournemouth. They also went down. Brentford, sorry, not Bournemouth. They also went down to 10 men. And they just don't have the attack to score enough goals, I think, in the Premier League without Mitrovic.
I don't think they're in trouble, season-wise, relegation-wise, but you're losing your striker. How much would you guys kill to have Mitrovic up front at Chelsea?
Lots of teams would probably. Teams would have him.
So it leaves a gaping hole up forward. It's like, where are the goals going to come from? Yeah, you'll sneak a couple of wins at home, but
yeah, definitely. Realistically, you got Harry Wilson, Jimenez, and De Cordova-Reid as your front 3.
Yeah,
and Willian coming in and out.
Who still might go to.
Not horrible, but you get a lot of bench players.
I don't think they're going to score a lot of goals this season like they did last season. Purely just because of Mitrovic. Sorry.
Yep.
But interestingly, Arsenal have only lost one of their previous 34 matches at the Emirates during this time slot.
So
34 matches.
So this Saturday.
The midnight for us.
That's 2:30 on a Saturday or something. 3 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, something like that.
They haven't lost one of their past
prime
34.
time Gunners, baby. Get around there.
What the hell?
Here we go.
And we've just jinxed the Gunners this week.
I don't want to jinx them even more, but I've got a stat for you, or just a fact. It's pretty crazy. Arsenal have never lost a home league game against Fulham in their history.
Wow. And they've both been around for a long time.
Because this is a London
in the previous 30, I think they had 30 meetings and never lost against Fulham.
Pretty good stat.
In English league history, which is pretty crazy. So I think Arsenal are going to win 2-0 on this one, in saying that.
Yep.
Because, Fulham struggled to score.
We were very strong defensively.
Record.
As soon as Gabriel came on when we were down to 10 men the other night, I was like, we're still not going to score. It's going to be nervy.
I reckon at times 10 men, because you just sit back and soak it up, you're almost
But you just had a look and there was just this big hulking wall of height and just how are we going to get through this?
Yeah, hulking wall of highlighters, you mean?
That too. I'll tell you what, that kid actually did not look terrible.
Oh, yeah. I watched the extended highlights.
I'm not going out my way to buy it.
Absolutely not. It's just disgusting. But I would not go and buy it. But I thought, Declan Rice was awesome.
Yeah. I just loved even at the end of the game, he was like,
yes,
he's all the others were like,
if Odegaard ever leaves, he's 100% our next captain, for sure. Yep. Also, I know this is it's not the Chelsea, Chelsea. I thought Kai Havertz was fantastic. Everyone's like, he's not scoring.
Missed a few chances.
He didn't lose any one-on-one aerial duel.
Yeah.
He created a bunch of chances and won the ball back a bunch of times as well. So I thought he was fantantic. Yep. He's not playing as an out-and-out attacker. He's playing as a midfielder.
Yeah, which is his better spot.
He was bloody good.
Yeah, definitely. That's what we faulted at when we had him playing him as a false nine.
And he had that one shot off that flashed across the post that if it goes in, it's a worldie. But he'll take chances like that. And eventually he still looks like he's getting used to playing with the squad too.
Oh, definitely.
And once he does, do you not think Saka's just go, it's going on your head. Just stand in the box. Bang. I think Crystal Palace, they're not very physical now. They were known for that, but they're still pretty.
They will definitely struggle physically against some of the bigger sides. But I think someone who will convert will be Martin Odegaard.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's on penalty.
As Alex describes him as the sexy Norwegian man.
Yeah, the better looking Norwegian man.
He's on penalty duties and he loves to make those late runs on the edge of the box, inside the box.
Yep.
And I think I can see him bagging a goal in what could be like a 3-0 win. Yeah. He's $3 with Bet365.
Nice.
And the Arsenal win 2-0 was $2.05 with Better.
$2.05.
Yeah.
You know who's going to help them win 2-0, Alex? I think it's Saliba.
Look at Stats Guy. Look at this. It's Tula.
Saliba.
Stats Guy found out about a bit and got way too overexcited.
I was like, when's he going to say it?
I think we need to edit that, Gerald. It goes for about 8 seconds.
No, it's good.
We've got to cut it like a second and a half either side. Like just Saliba, done. Yeah, he was great the other night too. That tackle he made in the box to I can't remember who was going for it. It was just all ball. And everyone's like, oh, God. That was awesome.
That was a sick tackle. Yeah.
Was good.
So, yeah, I'm with Arsenal to win to 0 as well.
Yeah, I don't mind just Arsenal -1. I think it's $1.70, but decent for a multi as well. If they're going to win to 0, I reckon it could be like 1 or 2-0. You get the -1 and all.
I think
tick box there.
I think they're going to slowly build into the season. Like last year, we hit the ground running. It's like, this is. I think Arteta's learned. It's like, we can't be awesome in August.
Yeah, run out of legs and towards the end of the season.
Yep. All right, we're all with Arsenal. Next game, Brighton $1.53, the draw $4.75, West Ham $5.80. This is at the Amex. Sunday at 2:30 a.m. A seagull will beat the crap out of a hammer. Stats guy, this is you.
This is my game. We just rolling in. Check out CoBet Daily, our daily podcast. We were talking about how big seagulls are in England. I don't know. Sorry, just in Europe. In Brighton, and they will peck your head off. So just stay away from them if you're going to this game.
And which mascot would win in a fight?
I think the seagulls would win against the hammers.
How can they lose to an inanimate object? All right,
I don't know.
Get back on the game.
Right. Brighton, they look amazing. They're on top of the table through 2 games. I know it's only 2 games, but they've looked absolutely awesome. They've got 8 goals in those 2 games, which has been absolutely awesome. West Ham, they did embarrass Chelsea a bit last game, and it looked a lot better than I thought. We said before the season started in our season preview that we're not sure about their midfield, and they've recruited really well. James Ward-Prowse, who Alex also talked about in the CoBet Daily Show, got 2 assists last game, which
and he's still
awesome
$2.87 to have another 8 for the rest of the season to get 10.
To get 10, which is an awesome bet. So they actually look a lot stronger than they did prior to the start of the season. So they might be a bit better.
Selling one bloke to bring in 3 is a good idea.
But he'll be David Beckham's record as well, won't he? For Premier League free kick score.
Yeah.
He's one behind, I think.
So. Which is awesome. So they're actually looking a bit stronger. So that's why I don't mind both teams to score and over 2.5 goals here.
Okay.
Both teams to score I'm leaning towards, just because Brighton, they did concede 1 to Wolves, and Alex and I were watching the highlights. Wolves hit the bar 3 times. They could have had a couple more
shots
goals
in the first 2 games.
So if they're going to concede that many shots to Wolves, I think West Ham are a better side. You got Antonio, who looked awesome.
It was a really
great finish. Once he gets into close to the box, he's so powerful. So I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a goal for him. So that's why I'm leaning towards both teams to score. And then you got some quick passing midfields helping to get that over 2.5 goals, especially Brighton. They've got 4 goals in both their matches. So got to go the over 2.5 goals. So both teams to score and over 2.5 goals is probably my favourite bet in this one at $2. And then looking at a goal scorer, you got to look at Mitoma. I reckon he could have the goal of the season already in Matchweek 2. That was absolutely unreal. He took on about 5 players, got fouled twice. He was getting held twice, then still finished in the bottom corner. So $3, I think is a great price. They've got so many different goal scorers, so it's not easy to pick for Brighton at the moment. But he just loves taking a shot, and he's got already 3 goal contributions this year.
I was listening to a podcast actually, and I found out Mitoma actually was at uni doing a degree.
Yeah.
Yes, I've heard of that.
His thesis was dribbling.
And his best attribute is probably his dribbling.
Well, he didn't turn professional because he wanted to go to university to get that thesis, and then Brighton are like, "Hi, we're going to buy you for $2 million," and he's worth like 120 now.
A doctor of dribbling. Are we allowed to call him that?
Sure.
Cool. That's a nice title.
Good.
So there we go.
Put that out in the universe.
Doctor of dribbling is going to score at $3. I think he's going to dribble around some defenders here, and then I'm going to finish up with a match pick. Just Brighton and over 2.5 goals. I already mentioned the 2.5 goals. They've been absolutely awesome. They've got 6 different goal scorers across 2 games, which is absolutely insane. Some teams don't even have 6 different goal scorers across a few months. So that's absolutely awesome. They've even got Ferguson, who I thought could be a rising star for them. He's coming off the bench.
Still will be.
I think he still will be, but the fact that he's coming off the bench shows how many attacking options they have.
Also, he's not ready. He's 19.
João Pedro.
He's 19. Give him a break.
Yeah. I'm just saying it's just awesome how many attackers they have, because a lot of other teams I think he would be starting in. And then Brighton, they've loved playing West Ham over recent years. They have a huge 9-1 aggregate across the last 3 meetings. So definitely going Brighton and definitely going the over 2.5 goals. The way Brighton are playing with that overlap from midfield is just awesome to watch. So $2.10 for Brighton and over 2.5, and this one's my favourite one.
Tips.
I'm going Brighton.
Yep.
I think they're really good value for good price at $1.53.
Yeah, especially at home at the Amex. They were awesome last year. Yeah.
Brighton.
Best bet.
I think they lost twice at home all year, so best bet of the weekend. They're $1.53. Hell yeah. Gerald, please hit the bit.
Stats Guy's here. That's Lee McAllion. Stats Guy for more stats of the day.
All right, Stats Guy, hit me. Give us something good. You're under pressure.
I am under pressure, but we're looking at Scott Carson. I'm not sure if a lot of people know who he is. He's the fourth choice goalkeeper for Manchester City. He has double the amount of medals than games played for Manchester City. He's only played 2 games in 4 years, and he's got 4 winners' medals. You don't get a medal if you've played less than 5 games in the Premier League season, but you get the medals for all the other cups.
So he's got a Champions League medal.
He's got a couple of
Champions
FA
League
Cup
medal,
and a League Cup and a Champions League.
What were the 2 games that he played?
I can't remember. But
come on, stats guy!
Research.
one was at Newcastle. He came off the bench in the 73rd minute. Apparently that counts as a game. And another one he just played against might have been like Swindon Town or something like that. But the fact that he's played 2 games and he's got double that in medals, so 4 medals, is absolutely unreal. I've heard he's just in the team at age 37 just for laughs, vibes, and all that. So yeah.
So he passes the vibe check.
Yeah,
he does.
I think it was in one of the docos that Man City had. They literally, even Pep's like, yeah, he's just a funny guy, and we just keep him around. He's got 4 medals and they played 2 games. I thought that was unbelievable. So, yeah.
So apparently his yearly salary is £1.5 million.
Literally,
He gets 3 mil Australian
Just to have
a laugh in the dressing room.
You know what, bro? You bring good vibes to this squad. Here's 3 mil a season.
He was actually.
What the hell?
That's crazy.
About 5 years ago, I had a look. He was a strong goalkeeper for Derby County, so he was a bit of a legend there as a goalkeeper. And then just like, I'll retire at Man City, not have to do anything. So
he was an unused substitute.
Carson earns a base salary of £1.56 million.
yeah,
Wow.
how crazy is that? So
That is
there you
a
go. You
joke.
like my stat for once,
That's
Alex. I'll tell you that.
Like 30 grand a week.
Yeah.
What the hell? Like some blokes playing full time for Bournemouth last year were getting 3 grand.
I don't want to do the
week.
maths. It's 2 games, so what we can break it down to that.
You know what?
He's getting half a mil per game.
Shout out to Scotty Carson. You are my hero. I want that job. Paid to
I'll
do
take that.
nothing, just vibes. Anyway,
I knew you'd like that one.
next game, Newcastle 220, the draw 380, Liverpool $3. This is at St James's Park, Monday 1:30 in the morning. Game of the weekend. So Liverpool won both games last season. They won at Anfield early on, and then they won up at St James Park. Remember when Nick Pope decided to dive on the ball outside the box?
Right.
Yeah, that wasn't smart.
He was way outside the box, and for some reason
like
he
30 yards up the field.
That was weird.
Anyway, Newcastle haven't won against Liverpool in the Premier League since 2015. But we can all agree when you look at those, this is a completely different Newcastle than the one from 2 years ago even.
Yeah.
But they couldn't crack them. They couldn't crack Manchester City last week, and they looked to struggle when a team was just as physical and up there and in their face. It's just like, Jesus, what are we going to do here?
Yeah.
Whereas I think here they're going to get the chance, given the way that Liverpool sort of attack and just like they're just going straight at the goal every time. They're trying to score as many as possible. There's not really much build-up. It's attack, attack, attack.
Yeah.
On the wings, you can just go at Trent Alexander-Arnold and get around him, and that's going to set you up big time. Like, that's just going to be the play. It is counter-attacking and Trent.
Yeah.
Yeah, just down that right side.
So I think they're going to find a way on counter-attack as well and on that left-hand side, which means I think we're going to see some goals here. Over 3.5 is $2.25. Like Man City, they get a 1-0 lead. They can just control the game and they'll be fine. Whereas this will be ping-ponging all over the joint. This will be a hectic
Awesome
game to watch.
Yeah.
I am not waking up at 1:30 in the morning to watch it.
I'll just stay up.
I'll watch the 25-minute highlights on Sunday morning. It'll be fine.
Nice.
For some player props, Stats Guys, mate, Isaac anytime
Yeah, we go way
at
back, yeah.
$2. I don't mind that at all. I think he's going to be that focal point up forward, and also he's proven that he can make defenders his So Virgil van Dijk,
Yep.
you are on notice. Gerald,
we
I'm
can say
sorry.
that one.
I think I can say that. Yeah, I can. I said that word on TV at 3:30 in the afternoon. I can say
Yeah,
it
but
on
that's a racing reference. It's not a soccer reference.
but it's a betting show. It's an R-rated stats guy. Anyway, and Luis Diaz
18
for
plus.
Liverpool to score $3.80. He found one last week, and I think he's added an extra element to Liverpool there. Obviously, he missed out a lot last year with
He's
injury
scored
as
both
well.
games, yeah.
And he is fast.
Yeah.
So he's back on board, but $3.80 for him to score. But I think overall, Newcastle win.
Yeah. What was it? I think they only lost one game all there at St. James Park last year, was it?
Two.
Two, yeah.
Arsenal and Newcastle.
They looked-
Arsenal and Liverpool, sorry.
I think, Newcastle going to be even stronger, a bit more confident.
Yeah.
Don't mind
Gerald just
Newcastle.
wrote the timestamp.
Yeah, I know. Get rid of this section.
We'll just hear this beep or stats guy. So we're all tipping Newcastle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fortress there. I don't see them losing.
This is boring.
No, we have a few different ones coming up.
All right, next game, 5 a.m. Saturday, Stamford Bridge.
Yes.
The worst team in the league,
Oh, here we
Chelsea,
go.
$1.22. The
Definitely
draw $7, faced the up-and-comers of Luton Town at $13. Chelsea win,
Huge
surely.
relegation battle, that one.
At the moment.
Yeah.
Surely you guys win.
Yeah, I think we'll win. We're actually playing good good football under Poch. We just need it to click and just those finishing touches, which I think at home against Luton.
I think if we saw Luton for a second time, we'd be more confident. But Brighton,
considering they didn't play last week,
Brighton battered them.
Yeah.
So
yep.
I got to go Chelsea. Chelsea -1, I don't mind as well. I'm not like hugely confident for a massive margin, but $1.70 is pretty good for your multi as well. Chelsea surely at home. Luton, just still building into being in the Premier League, so got to go Chelsea.
Cool.
Got to go the Blues.
Next one, Bournemouth $3.75, the draw $3.90, Tottenham $1.95 versus at Bournemouth at Saturday, the early game, 9:30. I might actually watch this after the footy. Spurs and over 3.5 at $3.10. I don't mind. Just we've seen the way Spurs have gone about it in the first two games. We should see some goals. Man United missed some obvious chances in the first half against them over the weekend. Bournemouth, they're going to attack. It's just like, we're going to go out swinging. I don't think they'll get relegated just from what I've seen in the first 2 weeks.
Yep.
Our mate Solanke, anytime at $3.80, though seems a good price as well.
He's been great. Yeah.
Yep.
I think Tottenham can leak one or two, but I think this is sort of like a 3-4-1, a very comfortable win. But
I think both of these games between these two sides last season finished 3-2. I think. So
that's right. Bournemouth made that mad comeback to avoid relegation. That dragged them out of the zone.
Yep.
And
then Spurs came back at the Vitality Stadium.
Oh, really?
They were 2-0 down. I think.
Okay, I remember they Bournemouth came back at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
That's right. Yeah.
Still needs a name. Seriously, Daniel Levy, you've got some coin. Get it named. Call it the Stats Guy Stadium. Anyway, so I'm tipping Tottenham at $1.95, but I think that over 3.5 at 3.10 is a good bet too.
Yeah. Tottenham, that $1.95 I think is great. They've looked very solid the first 2 weeks. I know, I think Man U should have scored at least 1 or 2 in that game early. They looked a bit rattled, but then Tottenham just settled, even with such a young side. Ange's doing great work there. I almost said the forbidden few words there. But that's all right,
they love him down there. They're chanting his name.
I know. They've got core cats and kangaroos in the crowd.
I think we are a bunch of hillbillies.
No one wears them. Jim probably wears some core cats.
He wouldn't even.
But I don't know about everyone else.
Next,
Tottenham.
So all Tottenham.
Yeah.
Oh, God, this is a boring podcast. Man United $1.30. The draw $6. Knots $9.75. United should win, but this is yuck.
Yeah, as Marcus mentioned, I think even last week, they haven't looked as strong in attack as last year. I did say they're going to drop out of the top 4, and I know it's only 2 games in, but it's looking okay so far.
They did start even worse last year.
Yeah.
Let's remember Bournemouth belted, not Bournemouth, Brentford smashed them 4-0.
That's right.
Brighton on the opening day?
Brighton, maybe
I
they
think
lost
it was
to both of them.
It was both, maybe. Yeah, definitely Brentford.
I remember they lost 4-0 in one of them. It was hilarious.
But I'm going to go
Great
Man U. They've won their last 7 home games. They're usually strong
Their
at Old
home
Trafford.
record's good enough.
And they've got a 5-0 aggregate across their last 2 meetings with Notts. And Notts, although they've won a couple of games,
God bless them for that 85th minute winner last week.
They got an awesome winner.
Chris Wood getting on,
the fact that they're only getting a winner that late against a much worse team, I don't mind Man U. Just maybe -1 as well. I don't mind that handicap, even the -1.5.
Yeah, well, I think I'm going to draw here.
Ooh.
Yeah, $6. Bit of value. I don't like what I've seen from Manchester United, and as we saw when Notts played Arsenal, they can threaten and kick a goal, and I think especially against that sort of fragile Manchester United team at the moment that really don't know what they're doing.
Just say something to get Lissandro Martinez angry and he'll get sent off.
Exactly. So I'm going to go a draw.
Ooh,
I'm just going to check what our knee is to score.
While you do that, we'll move on to the next game.
It's $4. I think that's a good bet because he scored in both the opening 2 games, and he's their top goal scorer from last season. So
cool. All right, Everton $2.35. The draw $3.30. Wolves $3.20. Why the hell does this say Anfield? Everton do not play at Anfield. The run sheet is wrong. I'm assuming this is Sunday.
It's a new stadium, isn't it? Everton built their new ground.
No, they're still in the.
They're still at.
I've just blanked on Goodison, of course.
Goodison Park.
I just blanked on that.
Literally across the road from Anfield.
Yeah, no, they haven't moved and they haven't got the money for it. Anyway, I'm going to tip Wolves. They have looked half decent despite losing their 2 games. Like they have. Peppered the goal without it going in. Law of averages says some of these are going to go in. You're coming up against Everton, who look terrible. They looked so bad on the weekend. They got smashed.
Yeah, they were terrible. Yeah, I watched that game. This
could be 2 or 3-0, and Sean Dyche is under trouble already. 3 games in.
We love Shawnee Dyche.
Yeah, so I'm going to go Wolves at $3.20. I can't believe I thought the market would be a lot tighter.
Yeah, I thought it would be a little bit closer, but Everton were reasonably strong at home once Sean Dyche came along. They got a lot of draws at home, so that's why I'm going to go this game to be a draw. Don't trust either of these sides in attack. I think obviously Wolves probably should have scored a few goals last game.
O'Neill's out there going, boys, let's go!
Yeah, they're having 20 shots on goal a game with Gary O'Neill in charge.
But no goal, like one goal,
I mean, they've been unlucky. They should have got a penalty against United.
If I was to lean towards any, you could even go a double chance on Wolves or draw, I don't mind, but draw, especially at Goodison Park, they weren't too bad there last season, so I'm going to go the draw in this one.
I can't believe I'm tipping Wolves to win away. What am I doing?
I'm going to go a draw as well, stats guy. I think, both teams are as bad as each other. So.
It's hard to tip when they're going bad.
Yep. All right, Brentford, even money, take on Crystal Palace at 380. The draw is 350. Brentford hosting. This is another one. It's Sunday at midnight. I'm going to tip Brentford. Obviously saw Crystal Palace up close on yesterday morning. Now, Jesus, that feels like so long ago. It was literally like 36 hours ago.
It does when you watch that Arsenal kit in action.
No, I think it was more the fact that I'm just...
Put you in a trance.
I came home and I binged Succession again and I haven't slept in like 4 days.
Alex has literally watched EPL and Succession and his
AFL.
eyes haven't closed. He's slept more in the office, I reckon, than at home the last few days.
And I haven't even slept in the office, so that's how good I'm going. Steph, please come home. I'm tired. So Crystal Palace, I think at home, Crystal Palace is going to be tough to beat. Like they're just going to be, the way that stadium's set out at Selhurst Park, the crowd is on top of you. They're loud.
And that prime time.
I think it's going to be a very tough place to go and win. So coming away from there with a 1-0 win for Arsenal is good. But I think away from home, they may struggle. Agreed. They struggled to get past Sheffield in the first round of the season. I think Brentford, they've been playing some very good football in the first 2 games. I like Brentford here. Even money. Let's go.
Yeah, I like Brentford as well. $2. They were really strong at home under Thomas Frank last season. They've won their last 4 games there. Also, I've loved Mbeumo. He's in my fantasy team. He's been absolutely
terrible. 3 goals?
Yeah, he's kicked 3 goals in 2 games. I was worried about, I said this on the other podcast, I was worried about them not having Tony, and Mbeumo stepped right up. Even Weiser's been absolutely awesome as well. When both of them are in an attack, I don't think Crystal Palace are going to be able to stop their pace. So don't mind Brentford at $2 as well.
Nice.
I'm going to chase my losses here for the tips, anyways, and
with the draw
responsibly.
So it's very hard to chase losses in tips in this because there's 3 results.
Yeah. So I'm going to go a draw because I actually like what I've seen with Crystal Palace.
Yeah, they've looked okay.
And,
they're strong defensively.
Yeah, and I think Brentford were definitely aided with the red card.
That helps.
To win 3-0.
That's true. Yeah.
So I'm going to go draw.
Nice. Burnley, $3.50, draw $3.55. Jim's beloved Aston Villa, $2.10. Turf Moor, Sunday night, 11 p.m. So this is the Sunday morning game for them, or Sunday afternoon. I haven't dug too deep into this, but Villa, the way they cruised through to win last week, they should win. We saw Burnley in the first game of the season go down 3-0 to Man City. I think they're okay, but I think Villa are just another class, just not a City level, but like just a rung below, and that's going to be too much for Burnley to make up.
Yeah, again, like Luton, we haven't really seen enough of Burnley.
It's hard, yeah. Like if we saw Burnley smack Luton 5. Like, hey, okay.
Maybe they could nick a result or something. But yeah, I think I agree with you. I'm just going to go Villa.
Yeah.
They look to have their mojo back.
Please, if this was like an Everton or Wolves or something, I'd be tipping Burnley.
Yeah.
Just on the unknown factor.
Also, we're going off. Villa finished the season amazing last season. I think they're going to,
They got smashed in week 1 and they came out fired up last week.
I think they got a bit cocky in week 1. I
don't think it was cocky. They did miss some chances, but they smoked Everton.
But yeah, you got to go Villa here. I think $2.10. It's one of my best bets of the weekend. I think 100%. They're such a good team for being over that for a team that's just been promoted, Burnley. So yeah, get on Villa.
Final game of the weekend. No one cares. It's Sheffield United versus Man City. Man City are $1.17. The draw is $8. Sheffield are $16. This is again Sunday night at 11 p.m. Bramall Lane. Yawn. Man City win. I don't care.
I need to find something to bet on.
It is so hard to care about a Man City game against a relegation team.
Yeah, it is hard.
I know we're a betting show, but it's like you don't have to
give
care
us
about
something to work with.
Watch the Burnley Villa game and bet in play.
Watch the FIFA World Cup. Or there's lots of other things on.
Yeah.
We could probably get some goals.
They're the only team that haven't conceded a goal yet this season. Man City.
Man City, which is good to watch. Foden, I don't know, as a goal scorer, $2.80. We're not tipping
see, the problem is this is like
you don't know who's going to start with Pep as well.
Exactly. This is like when America played Philippines in the World Cup. You're expecting like them just to smoke in 7. It's like they'll win 2-0 and just be like,
they'll give Scott Carson a game and goal.
Give him a game. Yeah. Try and catch his medals.
Why not? Like Haaland will play the game with his boots on opposite feet or something. It's just. Anyway, I just do not care. Man City are going to win.
Yeah, go their handicap like a big -2, -3.
No, but so that's the thing. It's like
that's what I'm going for.
You're all expecting that, so it's like maybe take like a +2.5 for Sheffield and hope that they hold on and lose like 2-0.
Man City will smoke them.
All right, cool. Anyway, it's time for
It's best bets, it's best bets, it's time for all the best bets.
Thanks, Jim. My two favourites from last year. We had it most weeks. Brighton and Brentford. Boom. Best bets of the weekend.
Just head to head. Yeah, I like that. As I just mentioned, I'm going to go Villa head to head. I think they're just too strong of a side against Burnley, who just got promoted. And then Matoma, anytime goal scorer at $3. He looks absolutely awesome for Brighton. He is in every attack they have. So get on Matoma.
Nice.
Yep. And I'm going to go, as I mentioned before, Arsenal win to 0 against Fulham at $2.05.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. And of course, it's time for...
Rate my multi.
Dun, dun.
You've got one, Marcus. I've got one.
do.
Go, Marcus.
Here we go. So Chelsea and over 2.5 goals against Luton. I just think there could be goals on offer at Stamford Bridge.
Yep.
I'm going to go Tottenham for an away win at $1.90 something, whatever they were at.
$1.91, yeah.
Yep.
Arsenal win to 0 as my best bet. And Brighton to also win head to head.
Against
Nine.
West Ham, yeah.
Yeah.
9.
9, yeah. I'll give it
$9.74.
8.5. 9.
I'll give it $9.74 then.
Yeah, I really hope Chelsea can win like this 3-0. I'm just worried about the way
even
we're
if
finishing it.
even if it's
But if it's
2-1,
like 2-1, it's
3-1,
yeah, true.
something like that.
I'll give it 8.5. Yeah.
All right, mine. Straight head-to-head. Tottenham, Arsenal, Brentford, Brighton.
Tottenham, Arsenal.
Let me get that in my head.
I know, I gotta
Tottenham,
think about
Arsenal,
it.
Brentford, Brighton. Yeah, I think I tipped all those ones as
Yeah.
well. So
Yeah, I like
what's
that. What
the
was
odds for
paying
that?
at? Yeah.
$6.84.
$6. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'll
Not
give
bad.
it a
Yep.
10.
I like it.
I think I've already got that one in my bets.
I'll give it a solid 8 only because I tipped a draw in one of those.
Oh,
games.
you tipped a draw.
No, he did
Yeah.
too. Coward. Anyway, that's it. CodeBet EPL done and dusted for match week 3. We got through some ridiculousness and some fun, and hopefully you garnered some betting knowledge out of that. Probably not, but hey,
Nah, they would have.
if you did, please get around us on our social medias: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, X, and of course Threads. I haven't opened my Threads app in 2 weeks.
I haven't downloaded it.
I've still got to open it up. Anyway, please send in any questions that you can on the socials. Get right around the show. Leave us a 5-star review. This is on Spotify, so this will be on its own feed as well as the daily feed. For an Apple podcast, this comes under everything. You'll be hearing absolutely everything. Go check out Hold All Tickets for punters.com.au. That'll be out on Spotify and Apple, I believe. Please give me a thumbs up, Gerald. I assume they're coming there, so go check it out across all the punter socials. We'll be talking a bit of garbage there this week as we're back for the spring season.
Nice.
But boys, I think that's it.
Cool. Go the Blues.
Carlton?
Yeah, no, not the on the EPL show. I'm wearing this.
Yeah, I know. I'm screwing
I will
with you,
spit on a
stats guy.
cunt's gut.
But yeah, no, thanks, Marcus.
Yeah, well, hopefully we can get a win this weekend. Chelsea, so.
Yeah,
Hold them
Hopefully.
along.
Fingers crossed.
yeah. Shout out to Gerald for producing, putting up with us daily. I honestly don't know how he does it. That bloke deserves a medal. No wonder he's the most appreciated news
Person in
perform
his
worker.
form.
Yeah, God bless him. Anyway, thanks, Stats Guy.
Thank you.
What do we say?
Gamble responsibly.
That's all we do. May all your picks come in. Happy punting. Catch you next week. It's CodeBet Daily EPL is out.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.